here, and I'm going to go live here. Title is going to be, oh, title is going to be paste, and the description is going to be this. Copy, paste, save. Okay, so I should be live. I should be live here, and I should be live there. And I am live. So let's see if I'm live over here. I am live. I have a curtain. I'm live streaming right here. Sorry guys, that's the first time I've ever used OBS software. Sorry. This is the first time I've ever used OBS software, so I'm trying to get used to it. Let me turn my headphones down just a tad, and let me check all this. Oh. And let me check. Turn the video down, the audio down. Let me check all this. Okay, so I'm live on Facebook. Let me check YouTube. Uh-oh. Okay. I should be live here. I am. Cool. Okay, so today, this is my first live stream. Today we are going to do a little project on Camtasia, which is a software that I use to record my Bible studies. And OBS software has a pretty cool part to it where I can have a video that plays before I actually go to live stream. I could go live on the video. Now most people, when they create things like this, they do it like going live in 10 minutes or going live in 5 minutes. We're going to do a 1 minute segment. And so this is what I'm used to. This is my zone, is computers and technology. So hopefully this will be a cool way to spend some time together. So this is my current introduction. I'll show you here in a little bit. My current introduction. Now the only thing with Camtasia is you can't go live. So you have to, it's all post-editing. So we'll go all the way to the beginning, 0 seconds. And we'll look up and we'll see that I've created an intro right here. And that is for my Bible studies, but it's all post. So today we're going to create an introduction for OBS. This is the introduction. Dark Desert Highway, almost epic presentation, tell everyone. And then it gets into the Bible study. So I kind of want to see what I've done with this part, this Dark Desert Highway part, and see if we can't manipulate that into a 1 minute segment to play before my video. So how are you guys doing? I should be streaming live to Facebook, and I should be streaming live to YouTube at the same time. Oh, Isabella's watching me. Hi. All right. Okay, so it's live. And then just double check it one more time to to make sure that this is live. And it's live. Okay, cool. So yeah, let's get to it. So I opened up an old project file here, and I'm going to kind of piggyback off the project file. Let's delete the... Now at the end is the same presentation right here. So we're going to delete that along with the audio, and I should be recording my desktop audio so you guys can hear what's up. Even though for some reason I can't hear it through the headphones, which is no, I can't hear my voice or the audio through the headphones, which is not what I wanted. Oh, the sound's coming through for you? Okay, yeah, but okay. So I've been sampling audio. I have 10 hours during my shift to do, listen to music, listen to podcasts, all that stuff, which is kind of how I wanted to get into this live streaming thing. I've listened to so many live streams, and I think that there's comfort in just somebody talking about stuff. I leave it on. I'll listen to live streams that last for 4 hours long, and I might not even agree with what the person is talking about, because I study theology, is kind of like my major personal study material is theological material. But I've been watching all these live streams, and there's something pretty cool about I wanted the comments. Where's my comment doc? I can't see the comments. Hold on, I gotta bring out my comments. I've been watching all these live streams, and okay, so I got my comments set up so I can see if anybody comments. Live comments are enabled. I'm not looking at Facebook. So whoever's on Facebook, come over to YouTube and join me there for the live comments, and I'll read your comments and we can talk about stuff. But I really just wanted to set down the Bible and just be a normal person. Uh-oh, what's going on? Yeah, so I just wanted to set down the Bible and be a normal person and not preach at you guys, because that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to be a preacher. I've just been able to I found some really cool things in, reading all the material that I've gone over, which is another thing I was going to do. I was going to show you my books, but I'm not sure. They're all the way over there, and I'm right here, and I'm all hooked up. I'm hooked up like the Borg. So I don't want to leave my spot to show you my books. But let's create a new folder. Camtasia. All right, something's happening with my audio, with my video. It's blinking. TAS. What is going on? My screen is flickering. Can you guys see that? No, because I could see it. Let me check back here. Make sure that's good. My thing's plugged in. That's good. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, so Camtasia, OBS, title plate, project. Now, so I've been sampling audios, and I'm pretty into this new audio thing that I found called, what's it called? Go to my YouTube. No, that's all live. It's on my other account. Let's just get the audio thing off my phone real quick. This PC, 1 terabyte storage. Where's my phone? Why is my phone not plugged in? Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties, but just bear with me. There we go. Let's open device to view files, go to internal storage. I think it would be in download. Synthwave, that's what it's called. Okay, so we're going to pull over this synthwave. We're going to put that in our project folder so we can keep everything nice and tidy in the same spot. 2-hour synthwave, Camtasia OBS project. Let's go back to Camtasia and let's get rid of this audio down here. That way we're left with just the title plate, which is right here. And it's grouped, so I don't know how to manipulate it, but let's set this up for 1 minute. Let's bring in our audio clip. Right here, we're going to bring in our audio clip to our folder. We're going to delete the old video and we're going to save this project as a new project. File, save as, and this is going to be OBS title plate project. We're going to save it on the desktop in OBS. Boom, boom. Okay, so pretty cool little transition that I did with this one. You can see everything flying in, and so it flies in right here, comes in right there, and then pops up right there, and then it goes away in opposite directions, which is pretty cool. The almost epic presentation is, you know, I mean, it's not that epic, but it's almost epic. And tell everyone is kind of something that I have between me and the Lord. I told him that I wanted to tell everyone. And so the internet is like my niche. The internet is where I go. I spend my whole day on the internet. If I didn't have my phone, I don't know what I'd do. I mean, how did we make it through the 80s and the 90s, man? You know, with our tape decks and everything. And speaking of tape decks and the 80s, let's bring down our 2-hour synthwave to a track here. And the audio and video is still attached. So I'm going to separate the audio and the video. I'm going to listen. And I can't hear anything over my headphones. Okay, so we're going to go to 1 minute because that's how long we want this project to be. Let's scroll down to 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute. Now, I don't know exactly where the 1 minute thing, maybe it's this big notch. Big notch is 1 minute. And it looks like we're in a spot where it keeps going on, but let's cut this. So we're going to highlight our section. Let's cut this. Let's take this out. And like I said, I've been sampling this stuff all week long. So let's see how this ends. Okay, so we're going to make a place marker. Let's see if I can remember how to do all this. Let's set this up right here. I don't want to cut it. I want to lower the volume right here. Add audio point. And I'm going to add another audio point. And we're going to do a nice fall right here. So I'd like it to be a little bit longer. Let's make it a little bit longer. And that ends at 1 minute. Okay, so we got our audio. And I got this top part grouped together. So let's see if I can undo this group. Okay, so you can see there's a couple different points. There's YouTube subscribe, which is, you know, kind of cool. There's two parts. There's this part, and then there's that part. So Dark Desert Highway. I want to get the same, I want to have the same text, the same font. I want it to all be cool over the same over all different platforms. So let's see if I can get rid of some of these tricks that I've used. So there's a couple tricks. There's an input and an output. And all I don't want any of this. Let's see what happens if I delete all of these. And that just deleted that. So Control Z is your backup button. Okay, I see what I've done. What I don't want is this. Okay, so I've added effects to each one of these, and I'm trying to take away the effects. So let's see if this will do it. Zoom in here. See, I've added effects, and I don't want these effects anymore. Okay, so now it's just staying. Let's see what we can do with the text here. Pop up, pop up. So this one's going away. Dark Desert Highway. Okay, so I can copy and edit that. I want all this, but I don't want it to, I want it to pop up and I want it to stay up. I don't want to have to create a whole new title plate. I just want to use the title plate that I already have. Okay, in the upper right hand corner you can see style reveal, text right to left, ease out, offset, speed, direction, out, style, none. Ooh, explode. Let's see what that does. Okay, that was weird. I didn't like that. Let's go back to none. Let's just create some new text here. So I like this font. Let's see what this font is. Adobe Fangsong STD. Bella, can you give me my briefcase, please? Let's see if I need to write some of this stuff down. Oh, it's up in the corner right there. I got my son playing Xbox and Bella's on her computer and I am just hanging out doing this new live stream thing. I don't see any comments yet, but that's okay because most of my subscribers are bought and paid for, so I don't have too many real subscribers, but I'm hoping that once I get started with this project that more people will want to hang out and maybe ask some questions. I think that maybe Facebook Live has got some stuff going on there, but unfortunately I'm not monitoring it. Okay, so we have, yeah, so we have Adobe Tell Everyone, is Adobe Fang Song. STD. Ooh, that sounds bad. I swear it was another woman. Now let's look at this text. This text is Mon. This is Almost Epic Presentation. And this is Mon T Serrat. I used to do tutorials about how to like do web design because I'm a web designer. This is a slope. That's the rectangles and the shape. Okay, so that's the shape. Where's the other text? This must be Dark Desert Highway. No, that's Tell Everyone. That's that. And where is Dark Desert Highway? Why isn't? Okay, so I must be in the title area. So this is Dark Desert Highway. Okay. So Dark Desert Highway is Adobe CASLON Pro Bold. Computers and technology is what I've been doing for, and I used to work at a church, and I would spend every day for like 9 years from probably being 20 years old to being 29. I spent in this church because something happened to me, man. You know, God just, he showed up like he does, and in the form of the Holy Spirit, and I got baptized by the Holy Spirit, and I was like, whoa, what just happened to me? And you know, so I went to this church, and I was homeless. So you know, I lost my job, didn't have anywhere to stay. This church opened up its doors, and then I met this guy named Uwe, who was an illegal immigrant from Germany. He was hiding in a church. What's up, Uwe? And not hiding, but you know, that until he got his citizenship, there was nothing else really for him to do. You know, so he stayed at the church, and he taught me a lot of this stuff. And then I went and I Googled the rest. So I'm not educated in technology. Most of my knowledge comes from Google and YouTube tutorials. Speaking of which, I was watching this YouTube tutorial the other day because I couldn't figure out how to set up my son's Xbox to record for an hour straight. And you know, I got the external hard drive. I hooked it in. I set it to media, and then I couldn't figure out where to set it to 60 minutes. But the trick was, I went online and I watched this 10-year-old solve my problem for me. He had a live stream. He has his own YouTube channel. He's live streaming, and he's telling me, and you know what? He was exactly right. He knew exactly what my problem was, and I was like, man, this is a whole new generation coming up, and they know more than I do already. So, okay, so we're keeping YouTube subscribed. Let's see if I can't duplicate this real quick. I'm gonna do let's see. So transitions and behaviors is what I have attached, which is why we're using Camtasia, because and not Adobe Premiere, because I have Adobe Premiere too. But we're using Camtasia because of its effects and the simplicity of, you know, making these really cool introductions with barely anything. So let's add text here. Paste, split. It's been so long. Tools, animations, media bin. Let's see if I could just get rid of this. I can undo this later. Let's just get rid of that. So we've got this part. Now we're going to come in here. Where's my text tool? I need a text tool. Hello? Oh, I'm in group 2. So let's close out group 2. Let's go back to the main window here. Group 2 is now just this, which we can cut right here once the white's out. So right here, we can cut this, and we can get rid of the rest in group 2. Now, what I want to do is I want to add text. And I don't know why I don't have my text tool. Captions, cursors, animations, transitions, behaviors, media bin, favorites library. How the heck did I do that? Okay. Favorites, annotations, transitions, behaviors. Okay, so let's add something here. That's not what I want. So I just wanted to take some time and get away from the Bible and really kind of connect with you guys without preaching or shoving the word down your throat, you know? So let's go to Google. Adding text in Camtasia. Annotations. Pick your style. Annotations. Pick your style. Ah, there we go. All right. So, all right, let's go. Montserrat was almost epic. And I think it was all capitals. Was it all capitals? Were you guys paying attention? And it was an almost epic presentation. An almost epic. Ah, shoot. There's my text. Let's bust down the size of this. I mean, that looks cool. So let's see. Let's leave that for the way it is right now. And you'll see that we have a new text thing right here in the timeline. So we're going to extend this out all the way. All right. And then we're going to come up here and we're going to do a new right here, centered. And this is going to be Dark Desert Highway, Adobe Castellan Pro Bold. Boom. So this is going to be Dark Desert Highway. And that was all in red. I like the dark red. Yeah, that's the red I want. And let's tone this down a little bit. Stupid thing. Center. Okay. Does that look good? I like it a little bit more on the top. Okay, let's leave this to a minute. And then we're going to take a new annotation and we're going to bring it down here. And this is going to say, tell everyone. And that's going to be in Adobe Fang Song, STD. We're going to tone that down a little bit. See if I can get this larger. And this one, let's say right there, should we? What I'd like to do is have it, if I was in Adobe After Effects, I would make it kind of swing in place and hover, which would be really cool. But since I don't own that, I can't do that. Now there was some color here. There was some gray in one of them. So let's go back to, let's bring up a video here. Dang it, that's all my stuff. Okay, let's look at the Bride of Christ. Go back. Videos. I gotta find an old video. That way I can get the colors right. Okay, tell everyone it was black with a gray background. Almost Epic Presentation was pure white, and Dark Desert Highway was red. I'd like this one to be gray. Ooh, that's a little bit too dark. To a light gray. Still too dark. Okay, let's look at our, let's get this all the way out. Behaviors. Jump and fall. Pop up. Pop up is what I used last time. Let's see what that looks like on that. I don't know, man. I mean, it just keeps looping, doesn't it? Okay, let's Control Z out of that, and that should be stable now. So we're just gonna try some different. Ooh, that looks good. So let's Dark Desert Highway that one. I don't know. Does it do anything else? No, it's just an intro. Control Z that one. Let's see what flying looks like on this one. There's not too many options here. I like that. Ooh, that's sweet. Okay, so that's how I'm gonna have Dark Desert Highway pop in. Let's see if we can't do something for almost epic presentation. Let's try that. And maybe I'd even offset some of these, because that pops in at the same exact time, and you're like overwhelmed because there's too many animations happening at once. So let's go to the end of animation 1 for Dark Desert Highway. Right there. And then this is almost epic presentation. We'll scoot that out there. And then let's look at the end of that one, and we'll scoot this one out here. Timelines are really cool, and they're really easy to use. You just have to layer them. It's all about layering. So let's see this now. You know, and I don't even... I like that. Let's see what kind of... I like how everyone just pops in there. Boom. Let's see if we can get that a little bit larger. Let's watch that again. Click off here. That guy just pops in there. So I probably won't animate that one. Let's look at scale to fit actual size. What is this? Okay, cursor of X transitions. I'd like to map its location and then over time move its position. So it has a swing to it, but I don't think that that's gonna happen. I think this is it. So I mean, what else is it gonna do? I wonder, let's do a different one. Let's come back up to, where was it? Annotations. this was how I did it before with that annotation. Let's bring one in at the bottom here. And this one will be live broadcast. I don't have much room left. So let's bring it down here. And that is way too big. Let's switch the positions here to this here. No. Let's bring this one down here. This one up here.
I'm done with 6 years right now. 60 years? Oh, 6. 6? Oh.
What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? I think we should raise all this up just a couple steps. Because I'm in the bottom, I'm like in the lower part of the screen. So I should do, let's do this one right here. Oops. Live broadcast right here. Tell everyone over here. Okay, so now we're going to go to behaviors. So what do we have so far? We got one showing up that way, one showing up that way. So it's kind of the left to the right swipe thing going on here. Let's try this.
Oh, wow.
I don't want to put too many animations in there because then it'll get all live broadcast, tell everyone. Let's look at this. Oh, no. This bottom one needs to fade in. Dark Desert Highway, most epic presentation, live broadcast, tell everyone. Looks pretty good. I mean, there's a lot going on here. I think we can make live broadcast bigger. Let's pump up the size of that. Maybe move it up a smidge. Tell everyone. There's a lot of white going on here. And this looks more white than this. First, let's look at how this is coming along. It's kind of cool. Does two of them have the same animation? Almost epic. And tell everyone. Well, that's a lot of animation. Let's bring this all the way over to here. These are all different lengths. They're all going for different lengths. Okay, so let's see how to get this. Let's try exploding at the end. Can we do it at the end? Behavior added. Behavior added. Behavior added. And last one, behavior added. So let's see if it explodes at the end. Ooh, whoa, what was that? Whoa, that's a little bit too much, man. I want that at the end. Okay, so explode. How do I set this up to end it? Let's go to animations. Zoom and pan. Let's just back up. Z, 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 Z. I made 4 changes. Right? Cool, 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 cool. Alright, let's full opacity, smart focus, scale up, tile left, tile right, transitions. Let's just have all of these. Let's just do a sweet dissolve. Let's dissolve all these at the same time. Okay, let's yeah, it's pulling out. Live broadcast. Fly in. It's flying out. It's flying in and it's flying out. I don't like that. Okay, so let's look at behaviors. We'll go to fly in for the live broadcast. And it's flying out. Shoot, that's not what I want. Okay, let's just do this then. I don't know why it's flying out. I don't like that. It says fly in, not fly out. And there's nothing I could do about it. It's a glitch in the matrix, man. Okay, style, speed, offset, movement, linear, left to right, fly in, out. Fly out. Do not fly out. None. Fly in. Ha! Man, that was lucky. Okay, let's work on our colors here. What kind of colors do I want? You know, so I'm not going to make you sit through the whole minute. But let's check this out. No, that just popped in. I lost. I lost it. Where's Dark Desert Highway? For some reason, I lost my behavior, and I don't even remember which one it was. Was it that one? It was that one. Oh, look at it. It's wiggling. It's moving up at the top, the Dark Desert Highway. It's going whoa, 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 whoa. I like that. Whoa, that's cool, man. I did that by accident. That's cool because, you know, I mean, for a minute long, you got to be looking at something, right? So having a little motion right there, that really makes sense. That looks good. So let's see how it behaves at the end. Almost there. 50 seconds. 10 more seconds left. I mean, that was okay. It wasn't that great. The music, I would actually like to fade out later. Because it is, whoops, Control Z. It's fading out. Dang it. Control Z. I need to click the button. It's fading out like over here. So I want it to fade out a little bit longer. Let's let the music fade out at 1 minute and 10 seconds. And then during that 10 seconds, I can transition. Okay, so I'm going to turn this up. Let's, because my headphones aren't working. I want to hear this music, make sure it's good. Okay, yeah, I like the music. Music looks good. What I don't like is how short this transition is right here. So I'm actually gonna increase the transition by a couple seconds, and let's see what that looks like. A longer transition. Damn it! Don't make me zoom in. I'll do it. I'll do it, man. Let's bring these out here. I want it to slowly fade. All right, let's see what that looks like. Much better. Much better. Okay. So we got this saved, right? So let's save this, that way we don't lose it all on accident. That would suck. All right, so I got all this text. I could group them, but I don't want to group them because I might want to come back and edit this later. I'm pretty happy with it. Let's watch it one more time, and then we'll produce this video and see how it goes. The color is what I wanted to work on. So let's work on the color. Tell everyone. Let's make live broadcast. Uh-oh. What did I just do? Oh, I moved the slider. So we're going to sample this. Come on, click off. That way we got some different color in there. Well, I like how the Dark Desert Highway moves. That's cool. That looks pretty sweet, man. I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of liking it. I only got one person watching. It's probably Bella, huh? It's not you? That's okay. I'm gonna start doing these live broadcasts. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going away. We're doing this, man. We're doing it for the long run. You know, because I want you guys to like get to know me outside of the Bible. Sometimes I gotta put that book down, man. It's it'll change your life. I'll tell you, you start picking up that book and reading it and becoming responsible for what you read, it'll straight change your life. Let's go to a local file, 1280 by 720. Next, MP4. I don't want to export. I'm not going to have a controller. And let's do title plate final. And this is going to go into OBS title plate project. Save. Finish. All right, so we're going to let that produce. Yeah, so I'm a truck driver. I've been a truck driver for 8 years. It's the beginning of my 8th year, the beginning of my 8th winter. And I'm a team driver, so that means the truck is moving 24 hours a day. There's 2 of us on board. Cool, I like it. There's 2 of us on board. File, save again. That project is done. Now I can come over to my OBS software. Let's check that out. And we could do sources, audio mixer, scene transitions. Now I just started with OBS, so I think it's sources plus, and then it's a media source. Add existing media source, and we're going to go, okay, it doesn't know, create new media source. And locate file, desktop, Camtasia OBS project, title plate final. I can loop it, but I don't think I'm going to. Okay. And then I can fit this to screen. And I lost you. I lost everybody. Did I lose everybody? Yeah. So I can play that. And then, oh, does it start when I eyeball it in? It does. Oh, how cool is that? Yeah, so this is pretty cool software. I'm just starting to get used to it. So I'm going to use this pre-broadcast for 1 minute. That way I can get everything ready, because there's like a streaming key that you got to get, and then you got to set it up with the URL and the streaming key at the same time to broadcast to both Facebook Live and YouTube at the same time. And I need the streaming key, the URLs. I need to set it up. It needs to, go in there. So this gives me a minute to do the things that I need to do in order to go live. Then it fades out, and then what does it do after it fades out? That's when I can. Oh, it fades out. Once I stop playing it, it just goes away. So eyeball off, eyeball on, and then at the end it fades out. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so I'm gonna move this back over here. All right, so that was that. Let me go get my books so I can share my books with you guys. Hold on a second. They're just hanging out. So these are all books that I've read, and I decided to collect them and set them on a bookshelf. No, she's not. Like my shirt. This is my bullet shirt. So I got Matthew Henry's commentary, Genesis through Revelation. Okay, I said I've read all these books, but Matthew Henry's is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books long, so I haven't read all of this. But it's a really simple commentary of every scripture through everything. So whenever I have a hard time understanding something that was written like in Elijah's time, it was something happened with these gourds. So one of the disciples went to go pick out gourds, which is like a pumpkin, or like what do you call it? It's a gourd. So and they brought it in and cooked it, and they were like, "Oh my God, there's death in the pot." And that was the story. And you're like, what does that story have to do with anything? Apparently, it has something to do with like a whole bunch of different locations and stuff. Anyways, so when I come across complicated things like that, I turn to Matthew Henry and do that. And then I got my I have the regular Bible, but this is like one of my favorites right here. This is the Catholic. I don't know if you can see that, but it's the Holy. You got the Catholic seal right there. Catholic Scripture Study, Revised Standard Version. This one has the extra books that aren't in the traditional Bible. It's got the Canticle of Canticles, the Wisdom of Solomon, Sirach or Ecclesiasticus, Isaiah, which is in the normal Bible. It's got Baruch, First Maccabees, Second Maccabees. It's got a couple extra ones. I like the Book of Wisdom. That one is, I think it's supposed to be like Whatnot or David's unpublished Psalms. So I got that Catholic Bible. Then I got the Complete Apocrypha. All 50 lost books of the Bible. I'm not going to read all 50 of them, but it's got like the Book of the Watchers, Book of Esdras, a whole bunch of deuterocanonical books. I've read most of them. The Book of Adam and Eve isn't in here. That's a long book. I've read like, I don't know, 150 pages out of the Book of Adam and Eve. And then The Great Controversy. If you never read it, this one actually got mailed to us, and my roommate, she threw it away, and I was like, wait a minute, this is a good book. I read this when I was like 19, and so it was a cool book. So I don't do very much reading right now, man. If it doesn't have a screen, I'm not on it, you know. But anyways, let me see that. I wonder how long I've been live streaming for. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't tell me. Doesn't tell me how long I've been live streaming. So, man, if there were people in the chat, we could talk and chat. But there's no people here. I think I'm gonna be live streaming tomorrow, and I'm gonna be working on my website. Let me show you guys my website. So I bought. I have 2 YouTube channels, and I have 1 website, and that is DarkDesertHighway. .org. Boom. And there it is. I have my own website, which I've put. This is it. I did this picture in Photoshop. So I think tomorrow I'd like to, since we did the project today, the Camtasia project, I think I'd like to go and develop some of this website. So far I've got video downloads, and the video download has its own page, but there's nothing on the page. It's just a blank page. Looks like that. I've got audio downloads, and then I've got the home page. And I mean, there's really, I didn't even need the website. Somebody just asked me one day, they're like, hey man, you got a website? Because I was handing out my cards, my business cards. And he asked me here's my business card. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it says Bible Studies for Life. Scan me, and then there's a URL right there. You can probably scan it off of the. I don't know. This is backwards and upside down for me. So there we go. So this is the second edition of the business card that I made. I also made stickers. I was sticking them all over running 48. But I like this graphic. Dark Desert Highway. Tell everyone. And in the road. That's pretty much it on my website. So tomorrow I'd like to. Oops, my mouse is over there. I'd like to do something with this. Maybe and live stream it. I use Serif Web Plus X7, which is actually unsupported website designer. They don't even make it anymore. I had to like dig through the internet to find this, and then I bought it. And this is Web Plus X7, so it's like $120. And this is what I use to design most of the websites that I used to manage when I was younger. My time in the church is I would do websites and videos and stuff like that. So it's a really easy. Hi, kitty. It's a really easy tool to use. It's just like designing a Word document or something. It's called What You See Is What You Get. Graphical User Interface. So it's a GUI, graphical user interface. And we'll go to home, and you can move stuff around. You can make new boxes. Like that's just a box. I can move that around. This is a text thing I can move around. And I can basically make it say whatever I want to say. And so tomorrow we'll work on that. And then I got Adobe Illustrator is what I used to design the stickers. I think I could show you the stickers right here. Let's see if it still comes up as a file. Now all my software is completely legit. I don't pirate software anymore, but I was a pirate on the high seas of software, and anything I wanted I could have for free. But when I started this and heading up this project for a while, so that's my sticker. I still have a roll of them. Yeah. I don't know how to get this thing to go away. It keeps saying that, but I don't have any ungenuine software. So that's my sticker, and I used to go stick them in bathrooms, stick them on tables at the mall. But every time I'd come back, they'd be torn off, and so I was like, "There's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better way to do this." And then I went for the business card. So I had the stickers and the business card, and then I was walking through the mall, leaving business cards around, and it's not very valuable. It doesn't have a lot of value to it. So I got a feeling that people were just passing it by, and they were all getting thrown away. So then I started my DVD project. Let's see if I can show you the make changes. Sure. Finish. File. Open. Let's look at DVD 2. That's my DVD project. I'm using Memorex's old. Now Memorex, this program, you can buy it on eBay with the disc for the program. You can buy the labels, but the labels are really hard to find. You have to. I got a Memorex kind of like copy of the layout because it'll burn 2 of these. I'm designing only 1 of them on the screen. 2 of them. I don't know if I can show you that, but maybe we'll get into that later. So there's a symmetry to the paper. It's got 1 in the upper left-hand corner and 1 in the bottom right-hand corner, and it's got a print. It prints out a certain way. So the template for the paper has to be a specific template, and they sell a matching template on the internet. I've tried to get the original stickers. Actually, yeah, I can show you. Hold on a second. So this is the template right here. Now this is the original. This is the original Memorex. You can see it says Memorex right there. And so I bought like 500 of these with two stickers on every page, so I can burn 500 DVDs. But the problem with this is because Memorex doesn't make these anymore, I was buying what's left in the world, basically, of the originals. So when you try to unstick them, it peels off like it's glued. Like it doesn't want to peel off. It's stuck. So, and you put it on the DVD wrong, and it wastes the whole DVD. So I wasted 300 sheets of this. So I wasted all that ink printing this. And then because they don't unstick right and stick on the DVD right, then once it's stuck to the DVD, that's it. There's no taking it off. So then I was wasting a DVD and paper and ink. So the lookalike of these is what I've come to find out. That's the good stuff. So go with the good stuff. Shoot, man. That's been my project, burning DVDs. So I've burnt about 500. No, I have 100, 200, 300, 400. I have 400 DVDs left, blank DVDs that I need to burn. And then I've burnt probably 300 that are ready to give out. And each DVD comes with, let me go get that. Each DVD comes in its own little case. It's got a little pamphlet right here that basically tells you how to get saved on the back with Romans 10, 9, and 10. And then a little blurb about, what I'm doing, who I am, how to find me. On Facebook, I have my Facebook and my YouTube on there. So these are a little bit more valuable. So I was figuring, if I can make something that somebody doesn't look at like just a scrap piece of paper that they're going to throw away or not even paid attention to, like it dropped out of somebody's pocket or something, who cares about that? So I decided, well, let's just burn hundreds and hundreds of DVDs and leave them laying around. It's a funny story. Last time I was at the mall with my son, my son must have put a DVD on this kiosk. And then we walked all the way through the mall, laying DVDs across stores and benches and stuff. And we came back the same way we went because we had to get to the truck. And I put another DVD on the table. And we're walking away, and all I hear are these quick little footsteps. Pop, 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 pop. And this dude turns me around, and he tells me, quit leaving these. He says, I'll take this back. Quit leaving these on our kiosks. If you do it again, I'll call the cops. And I was like, I laughed at him, kind of. It was just a natural reaction. So I laughed, and I was like, oh, okay, all right. Like they're gonna care. So I try not to hit the same mall. That one we did twice in a row. We hit the same mall twice in a row, on a Friday and a Saturday. So we try to be really secret squirrel about it, and we toss them on counters and leave them on chairs and stuff like that. All secret squirrel. We try to see how slick we can be to leave it without anybody noticing that we left it. So it's a game. It's a game, right? So where does all this come from? It comes from my desire to have a ministry. But I'm not involved with a church. I church hop. I go from church to church, and I try to hear what the Spirit says. And this is kind of what I wanted on my screen, because I hear all this stuff. I say all this stuff. Hear what the Spirit, is saying to the church. Revelation 3:22 says, whoever has ears, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches. So I was like, well, what is the Spirit saying to the churches? So I go out to different churches, and I church hop. And then I'd like to hear the conversation that's being had in each one of those places, because everybody's a little bit different. But what is the Spirit saying to the churches? Well, you got to go to the different churches to hear it, to hear what the Spirit is saying. And I haven't been able to draw enough out of it to hear a conversation. But we're all reading from the same book. We all know the same things. We're all growing up in the same knowledge of God, and we've all got the same instruction manual. So, like my Bible studies, it was a revelation for me. What Jesus did in my life was a revelation for me. And I was able to prove it and back it up with Scripture. But just because it was a revelation to me doesn't mean that other people didn't already know it. So I started thinking, man, maybe I'm not getting a good response on these Bible studies because everybody already knows what I know. It was me that was needing to catch up and come to a different understanding, because you get stuck in a pattern of thought. And what the Lord did for me is He kind of broke down my reality, my construct of what consists of his relationship to us and how close he was, and really the boundaries of heaven. And he could just touch your life. He could step into your life anytime that he wants, which is terrifying, but Jesus has been doing this to people all the time. The disciples were in a locked room one time, and Jesus just showed up, boom, and they were in a locked room, and he was like, "Look, it's me. Put your hand through the holes in my hands and stick your hand in my side. It's me." And so, I didn't, like I grew up thinking that God doesn't do those things anymore. And I had that idea kind of taught into me. It was taught that way, that God doesn't speak to anybody anymore. He doesn't do these things anymore. That was the Old Testament stuff. That was some New Testament stuff, but that was 2,000 years ago. So, I had a belief structure that I made all my decisions based on. I made all my decisions based on this belief structure that God was far away. And one of the things that I decided to do was whatever I wanted to do. And because God was far away, I had this idea that, I would pay for it later, and that I would be forgiven, but, so I was stuck in a pattern of behavior that was completely unhealthy. I am not a good man. And that's one of the things that you got to understand. My friend suggested that, Jason, these people know you. They know you since you were young. And they know, you've burnt bridges, you've abandoned people, you've offended people. You've, you did some pretty shady shit. And, these people, they remember that. So when you come at them talking about God, and then they remember who you are, and you're presenting kind of your theology, and it's not, I don't know. It's because who I was, to these people, so I don't want to seem like I've come to this holy place where I am, infallible. I'm the worst, I've done things that are horrible, and I still think about horrible things all the time. I just don't do them, but I mean, the thoughts are there, and I know how to get what I want. Even if there's nobody that I know that can provide it, I can seek that out. I could find somebody who's providing what I want, and then get what I want. Alcohol, drugs, whatever it is. The whole world is, basically somebody's got it. Somebody's got it. All you got to do is find that person, which isn't that hard. You just go to a CD place in the city, and just basically start asking around, and it's like, what's on the menu, how much, and then boom, you get what you wanted. And I was led by my flesh. I never said no to myself. If I wanted it, I would get it. And this is why my ex-wife divorced me, is because I didn't care that it affected her. And if I wanted something that she didn't want in my life, I'd just leave and I'd go get it anyways. Then I'd stay away while I was doing it, and I'd come back all jacked up, all rough from basically, partying, and so a lot of those behaviors followed me into this new stage in my life where I really invested in my career and focused on that. I would still, run away every now and then go get things, I'm not sure how much I could say on Facebook and YouTube without being censored or violating some standards. Because I noticed that some of these people they bleep out words like having to do with, I don't know, man. Tomorrow we're gonna build a website together, and I think that's good for a first day broadcast, huh? So let's see how we can stop this. Let's stop broadcasting and let's publish this stuff. And this is the first time I've used this software. So let's see. I'm going to stop streaming here. Everybody, I hope that you have a good day. And if you didn't see it live, you can always watch it later. All right? And I'll talk to you later.